Hari Om. Welcome to the next Bhagavad Gita video lesson. This is episode 32. Let's start with our physical body being relaxed. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. You can open your eyes. This episode I'm calling, Put Away Your Tray Table. We're on the 10th verse of the second chapter. Sanjaya is talking to the blind king. And he says, "Then great king, Krishna, with a gleam in his eyes, spoke these words to the downcast warrior in the midst of the two armies." That downcast warrior is Arjuna. So we have four characters here. We have Sanjaya, the king, Krishna, and Arjuna. Sanjaya, as we've been saying, is the minister to the king. And the king is blind. We can say he's that part of ourself that is unable to see beyond the material realm. Sanjaya is his conscience. And we learn from Sanjaya effective ways to work with this ruling entity or ego. Even though this ruler is wreaking havoc on our kingdom, Sanjaya treats him with respect and dignity, calling him great king. I think I can learn some lessons from that. However, Sanjaya needs to inform the king what he's up against. In the previous verse, verse 9, Sanjaya calls Krishna Hrishikesha. Hrishikesha means the Lord or the source of the senses and mind. Krishna is not just a physical person. He's the essence of our consciousness. And in that same verse, that 9th verse, Arjuna addresses Krishna as Govinda, which means the knower of the destiny of all beings. So the conscience feels that he owes it to the king to level with him. The aspiring soul under the wings of the Atman, or the true self, are a formidable force for the ego structure to reckon with. That sparkle in Sri Krishna's eyes should be taken like the beeping in our car that tells us we should buckle our seatbelt. Krishna's about to take us on quite a ride. After so many lifetimes, Arjuna has reached a stage where he's ready to absorb the teachings that's going to lead his soul to victory over the darkness created by the illusory separate existence. And Krishna also knows that what he's about to say is going to be studied thousands and thousands of years later. We're going to be talking about it on Zoom and throughout the world in 2020. We're still going to be studying these words. It's a universal message for the spiritual enlightenment of all humankind. Arjuna had asked for Shreyas, which means the remedy that's going to bring his highest good. And Krishna's about to deliver it. So please see that your seat is in its upright position and your seatbelt is firmly fastened, because we're about to go for quite a ride. The homework assignment could be, as we go about our day, can we sense these four distinct parts of ourselves? The blind king, or our ego, the minister, or our conscience, Krishna, that timeless, eternal spirit in us, and Arjuna, the person who's navigating all this, our current level of consciousness. Without driving ourselves crazy, just be aware of the different facets of ourselves. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.